Assalamu alaikum, grade 1, and a very good morning to all of you. So, how are you all doing? Great. That's very good. Okay. So, it's your third lesson of week number 3, and today we will be continuing with the topic, which is place value. Okay. So, in our previous classes, we have, in this week, we have discussed what does placing value means, and I told you that in mathematics, what we do, we place numbers according to the preset values by the mathematical rules, right? We cannot write a tens number below a hundreds place. We cannot write a zeros number under the tens place, right? Then the answers would be, then the rules would be, it would be against the rules which are preset by the mathematics. Okay. So beside that, we also discussed that I told you that if we draw an abacus and if we draw the columns for ones, tens, hundreds and thousands, we can add only 9 numbers of beads in the ones column. And then I told you that for all other columns for the upcoming, what we need to do, we will be adding 1 9 to the previous 9, right? And then we practice that. Okay, so we are already done with that. Now, what we need to do is, I'll be showing you some worksheets, which are small activities. We will be doing that, and then we will start the exercise of our book. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen with you, and you need to tell me if the screen is visible or not. Okay, okay, is my screen visible? Okay, perfect. Now, let's look at the very first thing, which is already solved for you. In the very first picture, there are two hands like this, right? And if we count them together, how many fingers are there in your one hand? Five. And the other hand, five, right? And now if we add them, total of 10 fingers are there in your hand, right? So it was 110. And in the first column, right over here, you are supposed to write how many tens are there. And the next blank, you are supposed to write how many ones are there. Okay. So in the tens column, we even counted this. There are only 110. Okay, because there are only 10 fingers, so 110. And now let's look at the other hand, which is drawn alone. And if we count now ones, one, two, three, four, five. How many ones are there in one hand? There are five ones. So it has written five in the ones column. Now, what you need to do, you are supposed to tell me in the next pictures how many tens are there and how many ones are there. Okay, so let's look at the second picture, which are cute little ladybirds. Now, let's count the very first thing. There are total of 10 ladybirds on the left hand side, right? And then two are drawn alone. So if we count the tens, how many tens are there? One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many sets of tens are there? Only one, right? And now let's count the other ones which are drawn alone. How many ladybirds are on the right side? Only two. So how many ones are there? Two ones. Excellent. Okay, now Sarah, you tell me, count the number of butterflies and tell me how many tens are there. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Right? Okay. So if we count it, as if we ask you how many tens are there, what you will say? Are there two tens? No, because it's only 17, right? For two tens, we must need 20 items, right? Okay, so how many tens are there? Only one. And how many ones are there? Now do this. Remember this, that in this question, the ones is written on, yes, and you are supposed to write this. Okay, so how many ones are there? 17 ones. Excellent. Okay, now let's look at the next picture. There is this bundle of sticks, small sticks. Count them. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, right? So how many bundles of this? How many tens? Only 110. And now look at the sticks which are placed alone. How many of them are there? Only 3. So how many ones? 3 ones. Excellent. Okay. Now let's move toward the next picture. Can you see this? It says that 10 ones and 3 ones is the same as 110 and 3 ones. Okay? So this is something. Now we will understand how is this possible. It says that 13 is a two digit number. Let's say 13 is a two digit number. The 1 in 13 means 110, right? Let's say if I write it over here, the number 13. Okay, let me stop sharing the screen and look at the board, okay? Look at the board first. If I write 13 over here, the 1 comes under the heading of 10, right? So you can say that there is 110. And how many number of ones are there? Three ones, right? Now look at the picture again. It says that 13 is a two digit number and the 1 in 13 means 110 and 3 in 13 means three ones. Are you getting this? Right? Now, in the next, on the right hand side, a blanks were created 110 and three ones. Now, 110 means, this means 10 and plus 3, and then it would becomes 13. Are you getting my point? Now, look at the second one. It says that use the model and write the numbers in a different way, okay? Now, look at the boxes which are there. How many of them are there? 10. And how many of them are alone in there? 5. So, how many tens? 110 and 5 ones. Now, instead of 3 over here, you will be writing 15, right? So, how many 10? 110 only. And how many ones? 5 ones, right? Now, 110 means, who is going to tell me? Yes, Hamza, 110 means 10 and 5 1 means 5. And the answer would be 15. Got it? Are you getting my point? Okay, very well done. Now move toward the next picture. Now you are supposed to solve this and share your answers with me, okay? Hurry up, do it and tell me what are your answers. I'm giving you few time. How many tens are there in the second one? Only 110. Excellent. And how many ones are there? Only 2 1. Excellent. So this means that the number is, what is the number? The number is 12, right? So 110 means 10 and 2 1 means 2 and the answer would be 12. Excellent. Now let's look at the third one. How many tens are there? Only one. Okay. And how many ones are there? 7. So the number is, if we write 110 and 7 ones, the number is 17. Now 110 means 10 and 7 1 means 7 and the answer would be 17. Excellent. Okay. So this was a small practice exercise for you so that you can just, quickly revise the concept which is on your mind. Now open your book, page number 12. This is your book, page number 12. Today we'll be starting with the practice exercise of placing values. Okay. Now, what the statement says that write the numbers shown on each abacus. Okay. Now, the abacus is drawn in front of you, and what you need to do is you need to count the number of items on the abacus and write their number. It's very simple, right? Okay. Now, you need to do what? First, look at the left hand side of the column, which is in orange color, which represents 0. Take out your lead pencils and write an O over this, and then write a T on the blue ones. Okay, so it would be easy for you to understand. Now, what you need to do is you will first count the number of beads in the orange one, and what is the number, you will write it on the left hand side, right? And now count the number of beads on the tens column and write it on the right hand side. Excellent. Let's look at the first one. The picture looks like, or the abacus looks like this, right? There is only one bead over here and there is no bead over here, right? So how many zeros are there? I ask you to write it on left hand side. And how many beads are there in tens column? No one, so you will be writing 0. So the answer is 1. I told you that if the 0 is behind the number, it has no value, and if we add it after the number, it multiplies the number with 10. Remember, we did this practice. Okay. Okay, follow the same practice. Count the number of beads in the other abacuses and write their number. Hurry up. And let me know when you are finished, okay? Okay, so you have done till 9, right? Now look at the last abacus. In the last one, there is no beads in the ones column and there is only one beads in the tens column. So the answer is tens. Remember, I told you that we can add only 9 beads in the ones column, right? After that, we will be start adding in the tens column, right? So here is the written example of that. Okay, now turn the page. In the next page, you will be practicing from 11 till 20. What you need to do is same. You need to count the number of beads and write the number. There is one in zeros column and one in 10 column. So when you will write 1 and 1, the answer would be 11. And what are the spellings of 11? ELEVEN. 11. Excellent. Okay. Okay. If there is one bead in the, okay, tell me. Wait for a moment. If there is one bead in the tens column and 5 in the ones column, what would be the number? 1 and 5. So the number is 15, right? Okay. Hurry up. Do this. Tell me when you are done till 19, okay? Now look at the last abacus, which is 20. What we did in that one. In that abacus, basically, let me draw it here for you. There is an abacus like this. There is no beads on the zeros column and 2 on the tens. This means 2 tens mean 20, right? So this means it's 20. When we get finished till 19 over here, we start adding the beads in this side and then it turns into 20, right? Any confusion? Any question? No? Okay. So that was all for today. What is your home task? You are supposed to revise this, the number names as well, and this practice as well. Okay. Do draw the abacus in your notebooks, draw the number of beads, and practice this. Okay. So hope you guys enjoyed the lecture. If you have any confusion, if you did not understand anything at your home, you can ask me. Do you can also watch the lecture again because it is there uploaded on your YouTube channel. Do subscribe the channel, share the videos with others because it's free learning for everyone and it would be very helpful for us and for you as well. Okay, so do subscribe and share with others. See you in the next class. Allah Hafiz.